Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I figured I'd do it in the bag since it's like 5 o'clock and dark outside and we're on the road playing in a tournament tomorrow, so I'd like to show what I'll be throwing in the winter of 2020. Start off with my putting putters. I use Classic Blend Team Wardens. And for my throwing putters, my most understable throwing putter is my Discraft Luna. And for my straight shot throwing putter, I have a Lucid X Chameleon AJ Risley Zombie Stamp Warden. And for my overstable approaches, short approaches, anything that's tricky and I need it to stick to the ground, it's my K1 Berg. And my most overstable putting approach, I'm never going to putt it, is this Scared Turkey Stamp BT Hard Harp. Moving on to mid-ranges. New addition to my bag, most understable, workable disc. Got a Lucid Bounty. Disc that's been in my bag the longest, the next most understable, is this American Flag Lucid EMAC Truth. It's beat into a really long hyzer flip turnover disc. Next up is this Lucid Glimmer Regular Truth wheat stamp. It's still got a little bit of stability, pretty straight flyer. Next up is this Lucid X EMAC Truth. It's pretty straight out of the hand and fades hard late. And the most overstable disc is this Lucid Glimmer Verdict. This disc just wants to get right for me. I throw left hand back in. And fairway drivers. Most understable is this Leopard 3. Pretty beat in. It's just for turnover shots. Only keep it in the bag for specific holes. Hardly ever use it. Next up is my Lucid X Chameleon Zach Melton Zombie Stamp. This is like my hyzer flip, late turnover, really far flying disc. Next up is extremely beat in T-Bird. This is my hyzer flip. Still get a little bit of finish to the right. Get a lot of distance out of the disc. Late fade if I need that shot. Next most overstable, Opto Explorer. It's probably my most thrown fairway driver. Pretty consistent, straight, turnover. It'll always come back. New disc I'm trying out this fall. It's a Biofusion Getaway. Still pretty overstable. Not much turn out of the hand. Kind of use it for spike hyzers. It's a shot I've really been missing out of my bag. And I've got another Biofusion. This is a Felon. I think everybody needs a Felon in their bag. Firebird, something of that sort. And then on to my distance drivers. My most understable disc. Thrown it so much it's become understable, extremely understable. Stamp's almost gone. It's an Opto Sapphire. And my next most understable is this Captain. And this Lucid Glimmer plastic. It's still pretty overstable, still pretty new, but it flexes into a really nice S-curve. I think it'll beat in nicely. Probably kick that Sapphire out of the bag. My main distance driver is this Biofusion Renegade. Kind of hyzer flip to flat. Get a pretty good amount of distance out of it. Longest disc in my bag is this Misprint Lucid Glimmer Trespass Flies a lot like a destroyer for me, with just a little bit more push before it fades. So that's why that's in over a destroyer. And my absolutely never turn over in a headwind U.S. Amateur Fusion Raider. Hardly ever throw it unless the wind's blowing 35, 40 mile an hour. But it's in there because it does happen. And that's what I'm throwing this year. I'm sure it'll change by next year. But that's what I've got for the tournament tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.